Eagles fly. Let's peep the squad. Big Pat Shell and Dante the Dark Child. Drop the stats on them. Drop the facts on them. Spur King, baby. Let's get it on.
Hey, fam, it's your man Dante, the Dark Knight, and welcome. Monday Night Football. Our Philadelphia Eagles are taking on the Washington Commanders. Prime time. You know, it's always it's more energy when it's a primetime game, when we're coming on at nighttime. You got to get revved up for that. You got to get revved up. We've been sitting around for 11 days with no Eagles football. It seems like an eternity. And then we come back. We are on prime time. So you got to be hyped for this game. You got to be ready. And I hope that little video opening by my man Eric DLF. What's that stand for? I never asked him that. But my man E put another spectacular video together. He did our opening too. He did our opening to that. And I came to him because he's the creator of that picture that you see on social media around the internet with the stadium and then the bat signal, and even that design of the Eagles bat wings. He designed that himself. And I put the call out. I said, you know what, E, got an idea. It would be nice if you took that same photo of the stadium and then had the bat signal like shine up into the sky. That's all I asked. And he came out with what you saw, and it was just magnificent. It was beyond what I could imagine. He's a phenomenal guy. If you need anybody for graphic design, motion graphics, he's a man. When you see that, I always credit him. I don't try to steal his ideas or anything like that. But if you need him, he's a very creative guy. Hit him up. E, thanks a lot. Yo, so what's up, guys? Pat, Nichelle, are you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
That's right.
Yes, I am. Monday Night Lights. Monday Night Lights.
All right, I messed up too. I put a question up on social media asking, will our undefeated season go on? And I didn't know that you had to pick the right answer. You put the answers in, but you got to pick which one is correct and which one is not going to be correct. And I didn't see that. So when you hit yes, we'll be 9-0. It says it's wrong. I'm like, oh, that's not what I wanted.
They're saying they can't hear us. Are we having audio issues? Because I hear you guys fine, but obviously I'm on this side of the
Who
stream.
else can't hear us? Audio, keyword. I don't know.
I can't hear. I thought I was higher.
Let me see. Make sure I don't have anything else open. No, I don't. Background.
I mean, I hear you on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it must be you guys who can't
turn the volume on.
Yeah, turn your volume up. Yeah, okay, everybody else says it sounds
I hear y'all
fine.
So. Oh yeah, said fine.
Okay, good. Okay.
Said Pat, your wife said you're a little low.
You're a little low, bro.
Sorry, wifey.
It's cut in now. All right, here we go.
She like, so, you loud at home, but you all low on the show.
I know. She like, just say it with your chest out.
Right?
Say it with your chest out.
Say it with your chest.
All right, guys. So you are watching Eagles Talk, and this is a Monday prime game, so prime time game. So this is the virtual tailgate, and we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, in such a relaxed manner. Well, we're not going to be relaxed tonight because this is prime time. So we're not going to talk about our Eagles in a relaxed manner. We're going to talk about them in a rambunctious manner tonight and get ready for this game. Join us in this virtual tailgate. And we like to do so in such a rambunctious manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. I am still not drinking. I'm on, what day is this? I think I'm on day 21. I'm on day 21. All right, of no 21. Drinking. I've got the 21.
Me.
So I got the Heineken 0-0. All right. And Pat is he's got the Jameson back just in time for game time. And Nichelle is doing the Patron.
I'm gonna do a couple of shots of Patron Cafe. I've been up since like 4:30, so I'm struggling, y'all. I'm struggling.
All right, yeah, it's probably not gonna be a post game. All right, but anyway, to our Philadelphia Eagles, let's get to this right now. Down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the First Quarter.
First quarter. Before I forget, let me bring our fourth co-host into the conversation right now, and that's you guys in the room. We thank you so much for joining us and following us and experiencing the pregame with us here on Eagles Talk. And the first person in the room tonight was Hank White. He says first. He knew he was first. How do you know he's first? He said, me, I'm first. Milton says, let's go, fly, Eagles, fly. James Nook Fripp is third in the room. He says 9-0. Let's go. JT is in the house. Fight, Eagles, fight. Let's go 9-0. What's up, Bird Gang? What's up? Fred is in the house too. Let's go 9-0. I'm with that. Richard Boo, what's up, Eagles family? What's up, Richard?
What up?
JT is laughing. Tim Mack says, "What's up, Bird fam? Let's get this win 9-0." I'm so for that. Travis is in the house also. He says, "Fly Eagles fly," along with Drexel Davis, and he says, "Good evening, everyone." And
good evening
from South Kakalaka, Bird Gang checking in. What's up, Eagles Talk family? John Batiste always joining us, and Jason too. Let's go, Birds.
Get it.
B Dizzle is here too. It's some people are such regulars when I don't see him in a while and I see the name like, oh, there go B Dizzle. Hey, what's up, B? What's going on? All right. So I guess everybody has answered that question. Do you think and the reason I put that reel and that short up there the way I did, because a little known fact, not that it's going to happen tonight, but the last team that was the closest to having an undefeated regular season was the 2020 Pittsburgh Steelers. They went 11-0.
They did.
And there was some similarity here because they said that Steelers team faced no competition in their schedule, right? And they're saying that about us. And in week 12 or 13, they faced a sub 500 Washington team that year. And that sub 500 Washington team knocked their O away. They gave them a defeat. They ended their run.
Are you trying to put
I'm
that
not
out in the
jinxing
universe?
us. I'm just saying that
you're not Pittsburgh.
These are the reasons why we don't take any game lightly.
No, and our players don't.
It's not. It's different leadership. It's different. It's a different type of Pennsylvania team. Let's put it this way, right? Because you looked at that Pittsburgh team and you said it was sometimes where they should have lost because they didn't look as strong or powerful as they could have been. But that's not happening with this team. This team looks strong on defense, strong on offense, a little bit on the special teams. But besides that, the two teams that really matters that we look at from a perspective of putting the points up are doing the doggone job better than the Pittsburgh Steelers did back then.
That's right.
All right. So this is not a trap game.
Everything was a trap game. This is like our third trap game. Come on, y'all. Seriously?
It's a trap.
Everything's a trap. Everything's a challenge. Do we have what it takes? We have the soft schedule. Like, people are really running out of excuses just to not just give us our props as a dominant team we are. And it's kind of getting old at this point. You know what I mean?
Michelle, you hit the nail on the head. Listen, every game has been a trap game. This Houston Texans game was a trap game.
It was trap.
It actually was a trap game. That Jacksonville game was the actual real trap game, because of the conditions, the subpar team. They go up by 14 points. Listen, we need to go out there and play our ball. We got the more talented roster. We got more active, healthy players. We need to go out there and do our damn thing.
That's right. That's right. And speaking of all the media pundits, I know y'all watched them games yesterday and last night, and Mr. Josh Allen Folden, and
that's where that comment come from.
Who was also 0-2 in his division, but yet the Bills are the best team in the league. He's the MVP. He's better than Jalen. He was looking a lot like 2020 Carson Wentz out there. Just saying.
Yes. All right. So Jeremiah says, last show we ended on y'all getting ready to make comments about people talking about strength of schedule and how we ain't played nobody. So speak on it. Speak on it.
Very easy. If you go look at the strength of schedule right now in the mid-season, we're at like, I think number 9, between number 9 and 6-12. I'm sorry. Yeah. And the fact of the matter, if you look at Buffalo, who they consistently put it as one of the better teams in the league, who they said was gonna go out there and dominate Minnesota. What they do? They drop the ball.
Right. And our strength of schedule was ranked as 13. So what are you talking about?
The same thing with the Dallas Cowgirls. They said Dallas Cowgirls can go out there and embarrass Aaron Rodgers. They was up by 14 points. They was 180-0 when they leading by 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. And what they do? They fumble the bag.
They put the Dallas Cowboys schedule up there, and they've only played 2 teams with winning records. They put some others up there. I think it was Kansas City. Kansas City, they have lost to inferior teams, a couple of inferior teams themselves. You see what Buffalo did, although I'm not going to say that Minnesota's inferior because they are 7-1 or 8-1 now, and we beat them. The only loss they have is against us. Mm-hmm. But I say that to say they've lost to some inferior opponents also. So with that being said, everybody, all you can do is play the games on your schedule. We don't get to make the schedule up. All we do is go out and we prepare to play the person in front of us. Now, if it so happened to be that we are head and shoulders above them talent-wise, that's not our fault. That's not our fault. They need to go get better.
Yeah.
And some of them, any given Sunday, like Tim Mack said, some of them even show up and knock off the better-looking team. So I don't want to hear the bullshit about us having a soft schedule. We're still taking care of business. Yes, we're taking care of business.
This is the pros. There is no such thing as strength of schedule in the pros. I don't even know why they even try to make that up, because your strength of schedule changes week by week. Would you think that Aaron Rodgers would have the record he had? Would you think Brady would have these are opinions based on things that happened last year and the year before. Like, no, it doesn't exist. There's no such thing as strength of schedule in the NFL. It's the NFL.
It's the
hey,
NFL.
Shell.
Shell is in the house. Yeah. He says, Eagles, hey, family. Our defense totally destroys the Commanders. We need to run to Chase Young's side because he is out. He's out. Is he playing tonight? Oh, let's do it. We haven't even done the inactives. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
we got time. We got time.
I want to do this. So the people out there, they want our schedule to look something similar to this. They want us the first game of the year to be the Chiefs, second game of the year to be the Bills, Dolphins, Cowboys with Dak, God, Thanos.
Yeah, I remember that.
U.S. Navy SEALs, a bye week. Then go back to the Bills, Chiefs, the entire Wakandan army. God, with the 85 Bears defense, an army of Derrick Henrys, Vikings, not in prime time though.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yes.
Absolutely ridiculous.
So Chase Young is out this game. I'm gonna do the do the inactive so we can get this out the way. For the Washington Commanders, I'm sorry. Running back J.D. McKissick, running back Jonathan Williams, tight end Cole Toner, offensive guard Chris Paul, linebacker Cole Holcomb, linebacker David Mayo, and cornerback Rashad Wild Goose, the one that got embarrassed by Quez Watkins the first time. Chase Young is not active. He's still on the PUP list. You still have time into that list, so that's why he's not playing today. Plus, he's not prepared or ready to go back. For the Philadelphia Eagles, cornerback Josh Joby, quarterback Ian Brook, running back Trey Sherman, offensive guard Sua Peta, offensive lineman Josh Stills, and we activated some people. Andre Kacher has been active and brought up to the 53-man roster. Also, we activated Reed Blankenship is on the active roster, and then Avonte Maddox has been moved to the injured reserve because of a bad hamstring. And in his place, we brought up Mario Goodrich to replace him for the 4 games that he will be out. And that is your inactives for this game and for the next 4 weeks.
Oh, wow. Maddox is out.
Maddox
who takes his place?
One.
Yeah, that's a
Mario Goodrich is being brought up to the practice squad, but they did bring up Andre Kacher, who's a safety. Josiah Scott is healthy.
Oh, yeah, Josiah Scott.
He's going to be the starting slot corner, but you do have hybrids in CJ Johnson who could play that position, but he's doing an all-pro job playing safety right now. So
let him stay
I
at
don't
safety.
think you move him back there, but with this receiving core, you might have to once in a blue moon.
Right.
Jason's comment here, I was just thinking about it. Jason, you must have read my mind. But he says the 1972 Dolphins had the second easiest schedule in the NFL, but they don't want to talk about that. And that's the team that they hold as the standard, right? Because they're the only team that went undefeated regular season and playoffs and won the Super Bowl. And look at here. They had the second. Nobody brings that up when they talk about their team. Nobody says that the undefeated
not.
Dolphins had the second easiest schedule that year. Nobody says that, but because we are the Eagles, and haters going to hate. They want to bring up Sniffer's schedule. So we going, let's smack down the Commanders. Let's continue to put it in their face, to throw it in everybody's face. If you think we're weak, then if you think we're playing a weak schedule, then we're doing exactly what the hell we're supposed to do. We smack weak people down. That's what we do. And that's the end of the first quarter.
We do.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, you are watching Eagles Talk. The place, the home of the fans that root for the team that smack people down. The Philadelphia Eagles, undefeated Philadelphia Eagles, 8-0 as we take on the Washington Commanders tonight. We'd like to talk about our football team in such a rambunctious manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. I am on day 21 of sobriety. I'm not doing shots, but Pat is doing the Jameson Irish whiskey. Nichelle is probably, this is her last shot. She's doing the Patron Cafe. Let me know what you're doing out there because we are getting ready for the game. This is the virtual tailgate. So let's go. Everyone, down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
Second quarter, man. Every time I get an opportunity, I got to take advantage or take the opportunity to just praise our coaching staff, man, because we talk about Jalen Hurts and his Mamba mentality and his work ethic and the such. But this head coach, Nick Sirianni, has that same type of drive, that same type of Mamba mentality. He didn't rest on the laurels of taking a team that only won 4 games prior to him arriving and took him to the playoffs. He didn't rest on that. He did a hell of a job in his first year after going 2-5, finishing off the season 7-2, and taking his team to the playoffs. He could have laid back and like, we on the right path. We cool. But no, he went back to the lab. Him and offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, they went back to the lab and they schemed and they worked and they got better. And you can see that they're doing a better job. They have grown from last year to this year. And I have to give them kudos because they deserve just as much credit as Jalen Hurts and his big step. We always heap the praise upon the quarterback because they're out in the front. But the coaching staff needs to get some flowers now too. So I want to take that moment and you guys let me know, how do you feel out there? How do you feel about our coach now? Because I was one, after that first press conference, I was like, oh shit, we in trouble. We in trouble. And now a year later, I'm like, yo, we in good hands. We are in good hands.
They remember the first time I saw Waterboy when it first came out. It's like, who is this dude?
High quality H2O.
Oh, what the hell? On the football field. And he turned out to be a monster.
Right.
What the Blood Dogs do.
No, I'm glad they took off the flannel and the Uggs and stopped being so basic and did go back to the lab. So I'm glad they proved me wrong. To me, the coaches were the weakest link, not our quarterback. I already called it on the quarterback. I already knew what he was going to be. And I can't wait to watch the interview. I watched clips of it tonight with RG3 and 5 and Vic. And for all the people asking where Randall was, he was invited. He had a schedule conflict. So get off of all of that.
They did show some clips with Randall because they went through all the quarterbacks.
Yeah, they do pay homage to Randall, but it was a very good discussion from the clips that I seen. So I can't wait to see the full interview. And happy birthday, Devontae Smith, baby boy. He's 24 today.
Wow.
24.
Wow, 24.
He's 24. 24. Y'all give Devontae some happy birthday love.
Yes, give Devontae Slim Batman.
Slim Reaper.
Skinny Slim Reaper, Skinny Batman. Give him some love out there. Happy birthday.
Rent a car without the extra penalty of being under 25.
Wow. Wow. Took it there, right? But you know what? I do got to praise his coaching staff because they have done a tremendous job, along with how he putting the players on the team. But the coaching staff actually put the players in the right position and designing this defense for those players, designing this offense for their quarterback, and making this offense go. Listen, last year we was very upset about how this defense looked. We was like, yo, I can't wait to JG go and get a head coaching somewhere so we can get somebody else in there.
Right.
But you know what? We got this defense playing right now. I'm very excited and very happy about that. Shane Steichen, he was like, man, all you're gonna do is run these RPO and run the ball. It's gonna look so dry, so easy. Look what the Buccaneers do us, but it's so complex and it fits the skill set of Jalen Hurts and Jalen Hurts being the guy that he is to make sure he improve his game during the offseason is a huge contributor of why this team is going so much, because he is, they say it enough. He's a coach's kid, so therefore he comes with coach's philosophy. He comes with that work ethic, and you can, when you have that leadership, that type of leadership at a young age, it's kind of undeniable. It comes out the uniform. You can see it, in how they follow in the footsteps of a damn good leader. Because let's be honest, Jalen Hurts is the leader of this team.
That's right.
I agree with that. And that part you said, they took this offense and they tailored it to what Jalen Hurts does best. And that's why I had the praises go to him to go out to them for that growth. You have two styles of coaching. You have coaches that have their scheme and they said, we're going to get personnel to play this scheme. And until they get that personnel, they still run their scheme. They try to fit a square peg into a round hole, so to speak. And if it doesn't fit, it just doesn't fit until they get the personnel that they think can run their scheme. But I think the more modern, the smarter coaches, the better coaches are those that look at what they have and then cater their philosophy to take advantage of the talent they have. And that's what this coaching staff has done. They have Jalen Hurts. They don't have Carson Wentz. So their offense is tailored to what Jalen does best. And he's been year 2 in this same system, and you can see how the marriage is working. It's just working. And that's why I give them a lot of credit also.
And Jalen does not rest. That's the one difference. You saw the pundits early on, they would say things like, well, if you have to talk about intangibles and not his skill, he really doesn't have skill. No, he had the skill. That was just being developed. It's his intangibles that puts him over the top. The fact that he has lost his starting job before and knows how to go and win it back.
Yeah.
Carson ain't about that life.
Yeah.
Never was. He has the mental fortitude that Carson Wentz never had. And he had that at a younger age before even getting into the pros. A lot of that interview talks about the maturity of him and how Donovan, bills him as a grown-ass man. But real talk, to play in this league at the level that he's playing, you can't deny that. And half of that is, what do they say? It's 10% physical. The other 90% is mental.
Yes, it is. James Edgefield, thanks for following us on YouTube, James.
Hey,
I'm sure that you have already hit the subscribe button, but if you haven't, hit it now. Hit it now while I'm talking.
Follow us on Twitter too.
Yes, as I read your comment, just go down and hit the subscribe button. James says, what's crazy about our team is we still haven't peaked yet. Just imagine what we're going to look like towards the end of the season. And that's true. I think that this second time around with Washington, I think that it's going to be a better test. They're playing better football than they were the first time we saw them. And I'm all right with that, because I'm about that life. I want to see my team get down and get physical, I want to see that. I don't want no tough game. Don't get me wrong. Don't mistake what I said.
I don't want to get tested.
I don't want to get that tested. I want them to play, but I don't want it to be a close game. Not like that. But I'm just saying, like, they're going to come, and this is a division game. So I take a lot of stock in these type of games, because this is where you throw the record out. It doesn't matter if they're a sub 500 team. They are in the NFC beast. We're NFC beast again. It's not the least anymore.
That's right.
And they're in the NFC beast. And this is where we beat the hell out of each other. So I welcome a more improved Washington team with Heineke and the such. We have to watch out for Terry McLaurin. Him and Terry McLaurin have a great relationship. Terry McLaurin's done a better job since Heineke has been in there. Heineke has been in there the last 3 games than he was the whole time when he was playing with Wentz. So they have a connection that we have to worry about and be leery about. But I look forward to the division rivals, and this is going to be one of those battles tonight.
Yeah, I mean, like you just said, division rival. It doesn't matter what your record. You could be 16-0, and this team could be 1-16. I mean, 1-15. It doesn't matter because it's a fight. When you see each other twice, sometimes that second game, you lose because they changed up the whole philosophy. But tonight, I don't think it's going to be that script. I think Heinicke is a more quicker passer. He doesn't hold on to the ball. He likes to get rid of the football or take off. And with that being said, if his guy's not open right away, he's getting out of dodge. He doesn't want to stay back there and have big old Fletcher Cox sit on him. But
look at that devious laugh.
But in all seriousness, pause. Yeah, I was waiting for somebody to say pause. But in all seriousness, they do pose a risk to us because not only do they have Terry McLaurin, they have a quarterback that wants to get rid of the ball. Curtis Samuel, Antonio, the running back. They have some guys, some players on that squad that's ready to show what they can do. I mean, the offense not put up that many points. Let's be honest, the offense is dreadful. They're putting up 17 points a game, but Terry McLaurin is scoring left and right. He's putting up the yards, especially against us. Curtis Samuel is something not to be played with because he's a good slot receiver who can be move in outside just because you want to move Terry McLaurin inside. Their running back is pretty doggone good running back. So you can't take this game for granted. You got to treat this game like they say each and every week, 1-0. Focus on this opponent in front of you.
And we never did. Since when have we ever taken the NFC East game for granted? I mean, historically, we always know that we get up to play for each other. Mm-hmm. So I don't know where people even think that we would take this for granted with any of the NFC East teams, no matter what their record is, because they know it's our conference, it's our division. We get up to play each other. Yeah. Shout out to the AFC East because all the beats are in the East right now. To be honest,
yeah,
best teams are the NFC East and the
shout
AFC
out to the Bama
East.
quarterbacks. How about that?
Okay.
I like that comment.
I know. Wow.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm about to put it up there. I just wanted to let Michelle finish so we could see her while she talks because I do this.
I'll give up my space for Chef. He's
Chef,
a VIP in
celebrity chef, friend to the show. I shouted Chef out. I used him in one of the reels. I used the chef in the groceries analogy, and I used you, Chef. I said if you gave me the same groceries you gave Chef Aaron McCargo, we would not have the same meals. But anyway, all right, Chef is on the screen now. Chef says, can I ask, what more do we have to do to reach the peak? We here. This is who we are for the duration. We just need to stay focused, have fun, protect the quarterback, and tighten up on our tackles. Just his thoughts. Oh, and don't take anyone lightly because everyone looking to knock us off, right, especially division teams like Washington. We are that team. Chef. Yeah, I totally agree. We are the team that we are in the position that.
Say it with your chest, Dante. Say it with your chest.
We are in the same position as the LA Rams without the Super Bowl title as the defense. We're that team that teams are coming and shooting to knock off the top of the hill. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Like throne. Watch the throne.
So we're that team. So you can say what you want about the level of talent we're facing. This is the mindset that you need to go for a Super Bowl champion. You need to be in playoff mode every week. And every week, I think this team is facing that type of environment. Every team, we're taking the other team's best shot. We're facing a team that wants to get rid of our O. They want to get rid of our O. So we're facing that pressure every week
with it. And people keep saying, oh, when you're undefeated, you get complacent. That was what y'all did. Back in the day.
I don't think they do.
They don't get complacent. They're not.
Jalen Hurts will say it right now.
They're not happy about anything. They're like, nope. Mm-hmm. They like until we put up like 50 and a donut to the other team.
Like
we ain't got nothing.
Fletcher Cox said it.
Humble.
We let them come down on the opening drive and score on us on the opening drive, run the ball down our throats. And you think we're supposed to be happy about being 8-0? You gotta be out your rabbit ass mind.
Yeah, they're not. They're not happy. They're not happy because they are serious about the mission. They're serious about taking this every week at a time. You know what I mean? And it's the media pundits and the fans that think, oh, they're 8-0, they're going to slack off. They haven't, like Chef said, they haven't even reached their peak, which is scary.
It is.
It's scary.
All right, let's end this second quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, if y'all know anything about Eagles talk, y'all know that this is the time. Game day is about to go down. We like to talk about our team. We like to do so in such a rambunctious manner in primetime games that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. I'm doing the Heineken 00 because I'm on my sobriety right now, day 21. And Pat is doing the Jameson Irish whiskey, and Michelle is doing the Patron Cafe. Let me know what you're doing out there, but it's time to get hyped. Everybody down the hatch. 3, 2, 1. Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That is by Eagles fans. Let's go. For Eagles fans.
I got my earrings today.
Ah, mama. Where mama Pace at?
No one likes us, no one likes us, no one likes us, we don't care. No one's there, no
Fly, Eagles, fly on a road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly. 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em high. Watch out. E-A-G-E-S, Eagles!
Hey!
Let's go, Eagles! Let's go. Hey, somebody brought up, how do we stop the run? We had some problems with the run last game, and I thought it was a little rust, and the big guys out in the middle. But we have to play a couple more games without the big guy in the middle. So how do we stop this run, and do we stop it?
Very easy. I'm not gonna say nothing's easy in the NFL, but if you go to the actual ball, you flow to the ball, and when you make contact with the runner, you tackle the runner. Very easy. 1, 2, 3. Coaches always say flow to the ball. When you flow to the ball, you make contact, you tackle, you wrap up. All right. Forget about stripping the ball. Forget about doing all that today. Make solid contact and wrap up and bring the defenders down to the ground. That's how you stop the run. Very, very easy.
Oh, okay. Just make the tackle. I thought tackling was fundamental. I thought that was basic stuff, but we didn't seem to do it last time, and it was very frustrating. Very frustrating. I know you looked at the tape. It was brutal, wasn't it?
It was shoulder tackles. It was literally shoulder tackles. It was forearm shivers. It was like that running back that we played last week, Damian Pierce, is shake that off and keep going. Like you cannot continue to do that in the NFL.
No,
I know we're talking about this game. Antonio Gibson's going to be, he's not that type of running back. But at the same time, any given Sunday, if you don't wrap up a player, he's going to break a tackle and get some yards on you. We need to redo the fundamentals and just wrap up the ball carrier, bring them to the ground. Everything else will start flowing once we start doing that and taking care of our normal fundamental responsibilities.
And Nick Sirianni talked about that last week. I brought that up on the last show. He talked about the fact that they were missing tackling assignments. He talked about the fact that they were always going for the strip and the turnover, and they had to get back down to brass tacks and back down to basics with their tackling. And just making sure they were executing on the fundamentals and the basics to Pat's point. And shout out to you, Kyle. I did look up Jalen's fits and Devontae Smith birthday boy fits. They came through dripping with the fuchsia suit and the red suit. So shout out to our guys. Yeah. They came through dripping.
You can't afford that.
They were dripping
today.
Their fit is
I noticed that. I saw that too. That's amazing. I got a little stuff going on in the green screen. But anyway, the man of the hour is in the house. Eric, what's going on? Yo, we showed that video in the opening of the show. I don't know if you were tuned in, and
dope.
I gave you.
Thank
you.
It
was dope, man. It was fire.
I want to put that on a T-shirt. I know you can't sell them because I know of copyright things, but I might just make my own. I could get away with that.
All right, but yeah, we gave you props early in the show, in the opening of the show. Matter of fact, you did a wonderful job. I told him, I reached out to you, and I told him what my vision was, and you just took it and went way beyond that, beyond what
did.
And it's a pleasure to see. You are definitely a talented person, and keep it up. We enjoy what you put out, especially when it has to do with our Philadelphia Eagles. Jabari Brown says, drinking Mad Elf tonight.
Hey, drink responsibly.
Yeah, whatever. Drexel Davis says, running backs are always driving their legs, so you gotta tackle. Yeah, you gotta tackle. I'm tired of that. Like, they seem to like bump the guy. I don't know. Like sometimes they just run into him hard without wrapping up. I see that. I get that if you're trying to strip the ball, but some of that's not stripping the ball, dude.
So when you're taught the fundamentals of tackling, the first thing is first. This is to break down and actually physically tackle, wrap up, move your head to the side of the defender, wrap him up and bring him down. Then the second and third guy will come in and actually start stripping the ball. Now the first guy that makes contact needs to have that fundamental of just making a freaking tackle. Don't worry about the stripping of the ball, because if you miss out stripping the ball and he breaks the tackle 15, 20 yards, we have an issue.
You know that burns Pat up.
Yeah, Pat. Well, I'm glad, Pat will find anything wrong with the game. He will break it down. The Coach Pat comes out and he'll break down everything.
Coach Pat don't play that. Don't miss your tackles. Get your shoulder pads in the numbers and wrap up, bruhs.
Seriously, just wrap up.
That's it. Wrap up, shoulder pads in the gut.
Tackles, the team that make the most solid tackles, most fundamental in their game, it's the guys that normally wins, right? We let these teams get into these games because what? We miss tackles, we miss assignments. When you miss out on the fundamentals, which is one of Nick Sirianni's, our head coach's mantras, fundamentals, you miss out on that. You're not playing smart football.
But say it again. We let them. We control everything. We control the line of scrimmage from start to finish. I don't care what anybody says.
Yes, sir.
We let them. Anytime we get beat, it's because we beat ourselves, not because they beat us.
Now, this Commanders team does have a formidable defensive line. Do you see them giving us any type of problems up front? And they've been playing, and that defensive line has been playing close to their potential the past few games.
Dark Knight, listen, that whole defensive front is a first-round draft pick.
Yes.
You got Payne
from the SEC at that.
Got them
like all
Alabama.
of them from all of them from Alabama.
You had Chase Young, who was a monster. Who I'm glad is out tonight. But you do wear those guys out because they have to rotate in, and when they rotate in, you can take advantage of their replacements. But they play up to the first round billing, so it's going to be a trenches fight. It's going to be whoever wins the trenches. And don't get it twisted, the Commanders, they come with a very good defensive line. Can they be had during the whole game?
Yeah, they can. Mel Davis, I like this comment. If you're not hitting like Lott, Dalk, or easily, then wrap up. That's right. If you're not hitting them, now those guys, they can hit you and knock you down. They can hit you and knock you down. But if you're not hitting like that, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing? Like, you got to wrap up. Like, dude, like I see some of the guys run into the guy really hard and they expect that's enough. He should fall down. And no, it's not enough. I can't pronounce your name. Your last name, Allen.
Raj.
Allen, Johnny
Raj
Walker,
Allen.
double black on deck. That's my
know
joint
that's
right
right.
there. That's my thing right there. Double black. Ooh, real smoky. I like that. James says we have to run the ball consistently and often in order to protect Hurts. Yes, that's the only thing I'm worried about. Is like this team is playing very, very well, and I think the only, like you said, to your point, Nichelle, about we did it to ourselves. I think that's the only way we are going to be upended is if something happens to us, like injuries or something like that. This team is just hitting on all cylinders, and I think if we can remain relatively healthy, that this will continue down the line. And again, like when people say about the strength of schedule and wanting to be battle tested, I say, bullshit. I call bullshit on that because we're just going out and handling business. And even the two toughest team that where you guys had at near the top of the league, we beat both of them. We're taking care of business. And besides that, I pointed this out before, but we practice against each other. Like we're the number one. We're like the top 5 offense is going against the top 10 defense every day in practice. Even if we don't get tested on Sundays, we're getting tested throughout the week because our practices are better than some of these games that we're playing.
Definitely. I mean, yeah, we do have the ability to look across the line during practice and say, you know what? I'm going against A.J. Brown, who's one of the top 10 receivers in the league, top 5 receivers in the league. I'm going against Dallas Goedert, who's one of the top 2 tight ends in the league. I'm going against Jalen Hurts, who don't throw interceptions, So I'm going against Darius Slay and James Bradbury, who are the top 10 of corners in the league.
CJ.
I'm going against Hassan Reddick, who's one of the best strippers of the football from the defensive end / outside linebacker position. I'm going against Fletcher Cox, Javon Hargrave, who are considered the best 1-2 punch right now. So
that's right.
Arm sharpens arm, yes, and I wish we could say that about our special teams.
I know,
but hopefully,
but special teams are weakest links. They are weak babies. Our special teams, they're gonna get it together. They're gonna get it together.
All right, Jeremiah. Let me go to some comments. Jeremiah says we eating Philly cheesesteaks, Philly cheese fries, chasing our shots with Philly Bud Lights. All about them Philly Eagles tonight.
Let them know, Jeremiah.
Oh, guess what? And Nichelle, the BG and them are in town. BG. Who was the young lady whose show we were on? I don't want to mispronounce her name. Simone is in town. BG is in town. Yeah. JC, I think JC is from here.
JC gave a shout out at one minute, and shout out to our YouTube. We trying to grow that. So if you guys have friends and family on YouTube, please that are better bird fans, please share and subscribe because we're trying to get our YouTube numbers up. So help a brother and sisters out.
Yes, dude, please. I'll be posting more content there. I've been posting pretty frequently the past couple of weeks. That's my mission now. But I have to do some more to the YouTube. But IG and Facebook gets a lot of love. I have to go that route.
Twitter.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter also. Our special teams group be riding the short bus to work.
They do. Oh my God. They do.
Why can't we get our special teams?
Is it depth? Is it that what is it about special teams? Because I know for almost every team, special teams is kind of hodgepodge of your best kind of second string players. But what is it about our special teams that we can't get it together? Is it depth? Because it just fielding the ball is suspect on special teams, just getting good field position, just making key tackles when we need to. I don't know what it is. Is it the coaching? I still haven't put my finger on why, outside of having a good punt returner.
I don't know.
Why is our special team? They've gotten a little bit better, but negligible.
It's just the players not buying into the philosophy of the special teams coach. Sometimes you gotta realize that you're not a starter, right? And this is how you're gonna make your niche. Look at Ike Reese, right? Ike Reese knew he was gonna be a starter, so he had to do something special. And he said, "You know what? I'm gonna be the best special teams player there is." Some of these guys gotta own that.
Rachel.
Yo,
It is called special teams.
it is special. He says,
Yo, they
well,
on the
special
short
is
bus.
on the name. Yeah.
Yeah, let's
You
end this
got a
quarter so we
point.
get into our fourth quarter because we got about 3 more minutes.
All right, go
Look,
ahead.
he's like, I am not missing one bit of this game.
No, not one bit. Hey, you're watching
One
Eagles
bit.
Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around, where we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we do so in such a rambunctious manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. I am on my sobriety, day
I'm gonna do a
21
little
right
half
now,
shot to end the show.
and
You
I'm
can't even
drinking the
see this.
Heineken Zero, and Pat is holding it down. And Nichelle is holding it down. Pat's drinking a Jameson Irish whiskey. Nichelle's doing the Patron Cafe. Let me know what you're doing out
Hey,
there,
Brendan,
getting ready
thanks for
for this
watching.
game. Thanks for watching us. Virtual tailgate, Eagles Talk. Let's go to our Philadelphia Eagles down the hatch and to this win. Oh,
3, 2, 1.
thanks, Brendan. Tell your
Thanks
friends
for-
about us. Make sure
Yeah,
you go down there and hit that
subscribe.
subscribe button.
Yep.
David Bennett says, "Go Birds."
Go Birds.
Mel Davis said, "I don't know. Elon got Twitter
He
bugging." Yeah,
does. I know,
he
but
do.
unfortunately, we still got to be there because that's where all the news hits first.
Yeah. Robin Wallace. I'm sorry. What would be crazy is if we had a body bag game 2.0. That would be so entertaining. I would take that.
It's no body bag game no more. I'm gonna be honest with you. There is no
We on our
body bag
John
game
Wick
no more.
shit tonight.
They're throwing people.
We on our
they're
John
throwing
Wicks
people out.
tonight.
Okay.
Then the reservations
Yesterday.
for the whole Washington commodes.
Okay.
So yesterday they threw a guy out who threw his shoulder at the quarterback who was scrambling, and his other defensive guy hit the quarterback into him. They threw him out the game. So
Which game was that?
That's the 49ers game last night.
That's right. That's right.
Right?
Yeah, that
linebacker wasn't going to hit first. He was going
I
shoulder
know.
first. 'cause he
Some of the
dropped it just
reffing
like that.
yesterday was a little suspect.
Oh, she got the Anejo cordial.
Oh, nice. Go ahead,
nice. I love a
Rachel.
good tequila. Woo. Oh, y'all making tonight real tough. I've been breezing bodies 21 days,
Listen,
but wow.
you almost there. You almost at the promised land.
Yeah.
Wait,
All
so
right.
you'll be back in time for Thanksgiving though, right?
Yeah, I would, but I think I'm gonna challenge myself to go a little longer. I'll
On
see when I get
Thanksgiving,
there.
y'all don't drink on Thanksgiving.
Oh, it's my
Well,
birthday. My birthday is
I do the
this Saturday, so I'll be drinking
Listen,
somewhere.
Pat's
It
like,
depends.
look,
If we
I
have
ain't got nothing to
company-
do with this.
But I'm the only one that drinks in the household, unless my
Okay.
older kids come home.
Okay, I got you.
I
Yeah,
listen,
so
I'm in the
if
household.
nobody comes over, then it'd be
Milton
easier
has a
thing.
good comment about how kind of soft some of these ticky-tack calls have been with the league.
man.
Where
Listen,
you at?
Mm-hmm.
Weapon X will be ejected every game in this pillow fight league. You're 100%
Yeah,
right.
he would.
Listen.
Oh my God.
You try to change your trajectory when you're launching yourself, but the thing is, the key term is launch. Now that goes back down to the fundamentals now to breaking down and making a physical tackle.
Right.
All right. So
Right.
we got to tackle. If we tackle this game, this is not going to even be a close game.
Because people aren't hitting like B Dog. They B Dog could hit you and steal your soul.
Yeah, that's what he told. I heard the story when who was telling that story? Spikes. He
Yeah.
was like, man, he's like, I'm gonna steal, his soul.
He will steal
I'm
your
gonna steal his
soul.
soul. He said, what?
When you
He
hit
said,
that
"I'ma
hard,
steal-
you have
I'ma
no
steal
need
his
to rap
soul."
because the soul has left your body.
But you know what? When
Like
you on
what
that
he did
field
to
at that
Reggie
time,
Bush.
yeah, on that time, that's Sheldon Brown. When you on that field, you do turn to a different person. You have to. You can't.
That's
do.
how your brother did.
You can't be
do.
Dark Knight. You gotta be
No,
you
no,
gotta
you
be
can't be
Black Knight.
Dante. You can
No,
be
you-
Dark Knight.
No,
Look,
you can't be Dark Knight. You gotta be Black Knight.
Look,
I agree.
Well-
James, I don't think the Vikings are our strongest. I actually think our division is our strongest threat. To be honest with you,
yeah, I do too.
I think it's within our. I'm not as afraid of the Vikings. I mean, if you look at
Forget
at
the
their
Vikings.
wins-
Forget the competition.
Right.
Number 4
Yes.
Come on.
if you look, all of their games have been close. You know what I mean? So the
we
Vikings,
gotta get the video of that. I'm sorry.
yeah,
I
the
didn't mean to cut
Vikings
you.
have had
I
a
sent it to
little
you.
bit of a little bit of the football gods watching over them, but I'm not afraid of the Vikings. We have their number. I think more of the challenge for us is our own division than the Vikings.
How many yards Justin Jefferson had against Slay? All right.
Exactly.
Adam Thielen.
Exactly.
Adam Thielen don't
What
do
Micah
nothing. He's a
Parsons
shell
do
of
against
himself, all
us?
right? So
Not
let's
much.
be honest. When we play up to our potential, like Chef said, we're there. We got to do a few things to secure us staying up there, right? To play at a top tier level each and every quarter. We do that. None of these teams that we see going down this stretch will be able to touch what we put out there. And it's including the freaking Cowgirls, all right? Because you know what?
Let's suck. Let's suck.
What?
I don't understand why they have Dallas ruled as a more tougher game than the Giants, because the Giants they're actually playing better football than the freaking Cowgirls. But at the end of the day, in front of us, we got the Commandos, and we need to bust their ass and go sit down, smoke a cigar, because we only played 2 games in 28 days.
Dude.
Yeah. All right, let's come on. We got predictions. It's about to be time.
And you know, and then they're talking about flexing one of our games.
Listen, we got to go 1-0 tonight. We're not
1-0. That's all we worried about. 1-0. What
right, Steve. You're right. Forget the records, keys. Just go 1-0 tonight, and
that's how our players and our coaches treat it. That's how they treat it.
I think if we're able to control the line of scrimmage, which is going to be a very tough thing with their defensive line. With the talent that we have, it might be a dogfight in the first half, but in the second half, I think we're going to do some things that we've never seen before and put points on the board in bunches. I think we really come out in the second half and put about 31 points, and we go run away with this game at 31-13.
I think we definitely go up by 30 points. That's all I got for you.
30-0.
30-0. Wow. All right, Jane Batiste. I'm sorry. Let me go back to Chef. Chef says 34-17 Eagles. John Batiste says 27-17 Eagles. Drexel Davis is saying the Eagles 31-14. Pamela Jones is predicting 27-10 the Eagles. And Robert is predicting 35-10. A lot of people have us in the 30, so that's scoring. We have scored in the past 6 or 7 quarters. I think it's 7 quarters. We've scored in the last 7 quarters, which is good because we haven't been, our thing was not having strong second halves. And the last game we did score in every quarter. And if you go to the previous game, we've scored in 6 consecutive quarters. So I hope that we keep that streak up. Jabari Brown says 27-17. Miss Sandlin says 34-3. So she's up there with the women think it's going to be a blowout. James Nook says 38-10. Christopher Burton 34-10. And Dion's in the house. Where you been, Dion? I haven't seen you. 31-21 the Birds.
James
think that
got stats with his. Okay, he's like 4 sacks.
Yeah,
3
we keep them under 80 yards rushing, 4 sacks, 3 turnovers, 35-17. I like that. I like that one a lot.
All right,
I think that we do get back on tackling, and we do put up points. I don't think they slow us down much. I think it's going to be their defensive line is coming to play. I think it's not going to be as easy as the first game, but I think we're in a groove also. So I predict us with more points than them. All right, we will check you guys out on Thursday, and we'll talk about this game then. But right now, go Rudolph, Philadelphia Eagles on the victory, guys. We will see you guys on Thursday. Enjoy the game. We're out.
Y'all be safe out there.
We go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, smash him up.